Hi guys, so today I'm in a Rover Discovery. It's a 2015, a 65, and it's been to Project Kahn. Now, I've seen, over the years, I've seen various Range Rovers, Discoveries and things like that have been to various customization shops and tuning houses and things like that. But I don't think I've seen a Discovery as quite high specification as this, or as, you know, as luxurious inside. On this age I'm talking about, this is the Discovery 4. The newer one's more like a Range Rover inside, so obviously it's quite luxurious as standard and they can do that. But this Discovery 4, the 3s and 4s, the Discovery 3 was the first one that changed the shape. So the Discovery 1 and 2 had the tyre on the back. And when they brought out the Discovery 3, I remember thinking, I really don't like the look of that. Why they took the tyre off the back of the Discovery? That's sort of iconic, that's instantly, that's a Discovery. And they put it underneath and they had this flat back on it. And I thought, I'm not a fan. And then it grew on me. The Discovery 3 grew on me, and then the 4 came out and it took the 3 and enhanced it and made it. The outside was subtly different, the inside was much nicer, much more modern. The Discovery 3 inside was much like the original Range Rover Sport, so you had that horrible radio screen and foam built onto it. It was very, I say horrible, it was very rugged and very farm-like, but I suppose Discoveries at that time and Range Rovers at that time, it was, you know, let's everything was about off-roading, whereas now the Discovery and the Range Rover Sport have become more of a luxury vehicle, and people want them nothing to do with a farm, nothing to do with going off-road. They want them to do the school run and as a family car. The benefit of the Discovery over the Range Rover is obviously it's 7 seats, whereas the Range Rover's 5. So this has got the practicality and the luxury and everything that goes with that. So this Discovery 4, as I say, has been to Project Kahn, and they've changed a lot on the car. Obviously the wheels have changed, there's Project Kahn badges everywhere, the bumper and grills are changed. They do quite a lot to the exterior, but the inside is really where they make the mark. So the seats are completely retrimmed in their own leather with the sort of diamond stitching pattern on it. These aren't fully diamond stitched, but there's sections of them that are really nice. They're really, really comfortable. What comfortable seats to sit in. If you think this is 5 years old, this car now, and as I said, when it was built more to be an off-road vehicle that was practical with 7 seats, and it was an all-round vehicle, a vehicle that could go anywhere. So you could go off-road with it, you could do the school run with it, you could go on holiday with it. You had a nice big boot with the 2 seats down, with the 2 seats up. Smaller boot, but you've got 7 seats, 7 proper seats to sit on. And what I like about what Project Kahn have done with this is they've retrimmed all the seats, but they've even retrimmed the 2 rear seats, which are sort of, they're not emergency seats, but the seats that you probably wouldn't use day to day unless you had 5 kids. So they don't look the same as the normal front and rear seats, but even them they've retrimmed and they do look the part. This has got this is what Project Kahn called the RS600, what they've done to it. So it's got the RS600 red clocks, which, against a black car and everything's black, some people will like it, some people won't. It's a bit like the Range Rover Sport. People put a red outline on the grille on some Range Rover Sports and a little bit of red trim on them on the side vents and things like that. And personally, I'm not a fan, but some people love it, some people hate it. In this, it looks quite nice, it looks quite sporty. So you've got the RS600 clocks, and it says a Kahn design on the clocks, and then it says created a masterpiece and intelligent power. That's what it reads on both them clocks, which obviously you don't want to get too distracted reading while you're driving along. But the red clocks are nice, and they've got Kahn written on the RS600 written on them. Then in the centre of the clocks, you've got this digital readout of how much diesel you've got left, your coolant temperature, the time, what gear you're in, what speed you're going, the temperature outside, the standard stuff. There's quite a big display in the centre of the thing. A little bit wasted really, because they could have made use of that in a modern car. Now they'd have made use of that by putting the sat nav on there or something like that, but this isn't a colour display, it's just a nice big display that can be read easily. And I think that's the thing with this car. Everything's big and everything's obvious and everything's big buttons and knobs to touch and grab while you're driving along. You don't be driving along something of this size and trying to work out on a touchscreen where your climate control is. It's dead obvious, it's dead easy. It's a nice warm day today in Manchester. It's 23 degrees at the moment, but they reckon we're going to get 30 degrees. So I've got the aircon right down the low, and it's lovely and cool inside. It's a really nice place to be. It's also got the heated seats, should be on a cold day, and we've got the multifunction steering wheel's got phone controls and cruise control, and it's quite a modern looking steering wheel compared to the Discovery 3. Continuing with that Project Kahn sort of retrim. We've got the above the steering wheel, the dash is covered in the diamond stitching leather, which is nice. The original trim from Land Rover is quite nice on it, so everything's leather and chrome, and they have done a nice job out of the factory as well. Project Kahn have just sort of enhanced that a bit, really. The key ring, this is daft, it's not a key. The key ring that comes with that comes on the key when it's Project Kahn's a really nice key ring. I'll show you in a second. And then in the back we've got the rear entertainment at the back of the headrests, which is great for kids on long journeys. Something else that I really like with this car is it's got, I'm just going to shut this actually because it might just help a little bit with, no actually, maybe we're better open. No, it don't make any difference, I'm just burning my ball there. We've actually got three sunroofs. So we've not got twin sunroofs, we've got triple sunroofs on this thing. Which is I'm not saying a rarity, but not something that you see on every car, is it? Triple sunroofs. And I remember in the sort of Discovery, I had a Discovery 1. In the Discovery 1, you also had, I don't think this has got them. Quick camera behind, no it's not. In the Discovery 1, you also had luggage nets up there to stow stuff away above you, which was, I just loved that. I thought it was a fantastic feature of the Discovery. So, what does it drive like, this car? It is really, really comfortable, really smooth. We're on air suspension, which can be a positive, can be a negative, because things can go wrong with air suspension. It's more expensive if it does go wrong, but what comfort you've got. I mean, it's great if you're going off-roading, because you can jack the thing up really high, and the ground clearance is fantastic in this. You can bring it right down low for access height, which is nice. But driving along, it amazes me really, because I know it's from the same family as the Range Rover anyway, it's owned by Land Rover, but the comfort that they've brought into this Discovery 4 is fantastic. It's really, really, you look at it from the outside and you think, yeah, that thing's going to go anywhere. It's got the ground clearance, it's got the 4-wheel drive, it's got a low ratio box, you've got all the all-terrain response system, so you can choose from mud and snow and sand and whatever you need to go. So it was going to get you anywhere. You've got tons and tons of room, whether you're going away, as I said, as a family of 4 or as a family of 7, you've got tons of room. But yeah, to go with all that, you've got this thing that just wafts down the road really, really comfortably. You just feel like you're in a, like I say, you feel like you're in a Range Rover really. It doesn't look Range Rover inside, it still looks rugged and edgy and like you can. The thing is, the Range Rover is a really, really capable vehicle. People don't give it much credit for what it can do. It can wade up to a metre in water. You know, it's not, if you look at some of the videos that Land Rover produce of taking it off-road and what it can do, and if you ever get the chance to go on one of the Land Rover experience days where you can actually do that in one of their brand new SVs, and you think, why do they let people do this in this gorgeous car? But a really, really capable vehicle. But it looks more luxurious, and it looks more like, no, this is something that, you know, the MD of a company drives, and he drives to work in it, and he takes the kids to football practice after school, and that's it. It's never taken off road, and in most situations it isn't taken off road. Whereas this thing looks like it's going off road. Whether you do or not, you might be doing the exact same thing, doing the school run and what have you, but it looks like it can, and it's ready, and it's ready to go. And they've continued that finish inside, so even down to the gear selector, it's got that now finish like the Range Rover, but the surround of it just makes it look less, it still look premium, but just look less luxurious than the Range Rover, but in a good way almost. Same with the all-terrain response, it's nice and simple, big clear buttons. You've got twin 12-volt power sockets there, and then as we come up, again, the climate control settings are nice and obvious and rugged. Infotainment system's just a small screen, but a similar size to what you'd expect in a Range Rover, with the current Land Rover layout on there. So we've got the sat-nav on there, we've got the Bluetooth phone, we've got DAB digital radio, and we can stream audio via Bluetooth to it. Everything's there and readily available, very, very simple. The other thing we've got the same twin glove box that we expect in a Range Rover, so that top sort of small glove box, and then down below we've got that big glove box. Some people don't give that top glove box much credit, and they say, well, what can you fit in there? But I always find, when I've driven Discoveries and Range Rovers in the past, I've always put things like keys, wallet, phone and things like that in there as I get in, and as I get out, I'm not rummaging around in a massive big glove box, you know, moving a pack of tissues and some baby wipes and everything else out the way, and cans of Coke and everything else that's stored in that glove box, I can just quickly access things that I need to keep to one side. So I do think there's a lot to be said for that little glove box. The door bins are absolutely massive on this thing. You can get tons and tons in there. And then we've also got this centre cubby hole, which is absolutely vast. It's huge, and it's, in some models that's used for a fridge. Now, when it's used for a fridge, that's great because you've got chilled drinks with you and chocolate bars on a day like this. It's ideal. But the fridge does take up a hell of a lot of space in there, and you really do see that when you go open up a cubby hole like this and you see how much space is available, because the fridge capacity is sort of this big, but the fridge itself takes up the whole box. So when you look and see the size of that box, you think, I am really missing out on a hell of a lot of storage. And that's what this thing's got in abundance. It's got storage everywhere. There's tons and tons of places to shove things, whether it's a football and an overnight bag and a tent and whatever you need to take with you to go on your adventure in this Land Rover Discovery is available and is ready for you. And today I'm in the hills in Saddleworth, and we're driving along, and it's a stunning, beautiful day. We've got blue skies, we've not got a cloud in the sky, and this is the vehicle to be in. It's not, you could be in a sports car, you could be in a nice Ferrari, you could be in a nice Porsche, driving down these windy roads. Yeah, don't get me wrong, that would be fun as well. But to me, being in this vehicle high up with the view over the hedge lines, and you can see the farmers' fields, you can see right into them, and driving along in this it's a really nice place to be, and it's a good fun day out, and it's something that, like I say, everyone's in the back, and we're going for a National Trust walk, or we're also going for we're going away on holiday or something like that. We've got tons and tons of space. But equally, being this high-spec car and the stunning looks of it really does enhance that farm look of a Discovery, as it were, and make it into something a bit more special and sort of a bit of a head-turner, because it's not standard. It's not something you see every day on the roads. I've not seen another Project Kahn Discovery myself on the roads. I know they exist. Just going over some big bumps and windy roads here now, and it just powers through them, and I don't know, it's just a really, really nice, comfortable drive to be doing these things in. So I hope you enjoyed that video, and if you have, please don't forget to smash that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and I'll see you all very soon.